Okay, guys, so we are live. So we're going to do some live training tonight. So what's this live training regarding? So it's regarding the start of a new month. Okay. So the start of a new month, like the start of a new week, is a great time to set goals because for some reason we feel rejuvenated, focused, ready. So today represents the first day of the month, April Fool's Day. So my aim is to, on the start of every single month, okay, is to set some goals with you. Now listen, we're not going to be on for a long time tonight. Literally all I'm going to go through is show you some structure, how to position and create goals. So the outcome of tonight's live training is the fact that you're going to be sat there, you're going to have a piece of paper and a pen, and you're going to have four goals. Four goals for the month of April. And then as from tomorrow onwards, from today onwards, you are going to attack those goals. Okay, so I'll wait for a few people to come online because I know this is something that a lot of us need to do because a lot of us currently aren't doing it. So if you can give us a little hi in the comments, give me a hi, let me know that you're here listening and you're ready to rock. Like I said, tonight is your live training and you'll get one on the 1st of every single month. To set goals, to have a plan, guys, to have a fucking plan so you know what you're doing, why you're doing it, and the purpose of doing it. So, again, give me a hi as you're coming through. Let's try and get some people on this live training because it's vitally important. I wonder how many of us that are in the gym have actually even got any goals, that even know what we're doing, or how many of us are just winging it. Like I said, this isn't going to be a 2 hour long training. Okay, I want to blast it out, but the outcome of it is that we want you to have four goals. Four goals, because what you will notice is that in the gym, we are now going to be doing commitment cards with people. So you can see let me show you quickly. So a commitment card looks like this. So you might not be able to see it very well. It's a card where we just write down four goals. Four goals in the four areas that are to do with your health, fitness, transformation, improvement. So you can get them from the gym reception and you can sit down with the trainer and plan out and strategize each month. So what I don't want you to do is I don't want people to set goals like year-long goals because it's too far away. Okay? It's too far away. So what we do, there's no pressure, there's no time pressure on it. So there's no urgency with your action. So if we do month goals, then 4 weeks is a very short time frame. It gives us enough urgency to create something substantial in 4 weeks, and it doesn't give us enough time to fuck about, relax, and not do it. So I'm just going to get started. Okay, let me pull up the screen. Okay, so on the screen, you will be able to see the commitment card. Okay, so this is our commitment card. I'm going to minimize me so you can see more of the card. So this is the commitment card. Okay, so the reason why we do this is very simple. So we've got purpose, direction, a plan. Like I said, a plan. Because goals lead to somewhere, don't they? So goals lead to improvement. They lead to this big end result that we're constantly looking for. And structure. It is very much proven that 95% of people... let's say that again. People that set goals are 95% more likely to become more successful than someone who doesn't. And that's a no-brainer because, like I said, people with goals have a purpose for training, a why, some direction, a plan and structure. It's undeniable the fact that you need goals. And like I said, the goals also, one thing I missed out is motivation. Motivation, because you can look at these 4 goals that we're about to create and you can think, fucking hell, in 4 weeks, if I just do what I'm meant to do, I can achieve X, Y, and Z. And if I can do that by the end of April, I would be happy. So, like I said, purpose, direction, a plan, structure, and I'm even going to add in on my notes, motivation. And all this leads to, guys, is if you achieve and do what you're meant to do, it's just a sense of achievement. Because humans and us, gym goers, we are at our most happiest when we are seeing progress. Okay? If you're in any area of your life, if you're not seeing some type of improvement or some type of progress, that's when you start doubting yourself. That's when you start questioning yourself. That's when you think, is it all worth it? Because you're not seeing any progression. And the reason why you're not seeing any progression is you're not tracking your performance. You're not setting any goals. You're not looking at different areas of what you're doing. And once you start setting goals and tracking what you're doing, you will see, if you're continually attending the gym, you will start seeing progress. So it might be like your effort level might be pretty low, but you're attending. So that might be little progress. Or if your effort level is really high and you're doing a lot of attending, then you see big progress. But whether it's little progress or big progress, progress is progress. Okay? So there's 4 areas that we like to set goals in. Okay? So the 4 areas. So area number 1 is mindset. Okay? So when I call it mindset, I generally use that as an umbrella for habits. So one thing that a lot of us are guilty of is when we are setting goals, we always set goals to start something. Now, that's not necessarily always the thing that you need to do. Because sometimes you might be having habits or doing stuff that is destructive. So sometimes you might have to set a goal to actually stop doing something. Yeah, because you don't always have to keep starting. Sometimes, like I said, we're all guilty of doing the wrong things with nutrition. We're all guilty of maybe not performing as well as possible with exercise or consistently enough. We're all guilty of stupid things. So maybe it might be a fact of in April that we stop doing a certain habit that we've come accustomed to doing. It might be going home and having a glass of wine to de-stress. So why don't we find something else to de-stress? Because obviously all these glasses of wine, of the calorie intake starts adding up, and then that affects your body, it affects your mind, it affects the way you feel the next day. It might even affect you actually getting up in the morning because you might have a little hangover. All these type of things. So we've got habits, we've got fitness. So these are the 4 areas where we're going to set goals. Habits, fitness. So fitness is anything cardiovascular. So that could be running, cycling, walking, a step count, anything along those lines that we want to improve on. Also, we've got your diet. Obviously, that's a biggie because your diet affects the way you think, the way you feel, the way you act, what you do, energy levels. So maybe something in your diet that you need to look at. Do you know how many calories you need? Are you sticking to them? Are you using MyFitnessPal? Are you guilty of eating like really poor foods late at night because you're skipping meals in the day? Are you not drinking enough water? What is it? Okay. So the first 3 goals, we've got habits, So, like I said, it can be either creating something or stopping something. So, like I said, we all do stupid shit, but we don't always have to do new stuff. Sometimes we might have to stop doing something. So we've got habits, fitness, diet, and then we've got strength. Strength. So obviously that is the opposite end to fitness. So your fitness goal is a cardiovascular goal. So it might be a goal to do a run in a certain time. Strength is all about weights and resistance. So that can be your body weight. It could be something like push-ups, sit-ups. It could be like a lift on a machine. It could be a deadlift. It could be whatever you want it to be. Okay? But they're the 4 areas that I want you to set goals in. So that is habits. I want a new habit or something that you're going to stop for April. Fitness. I want to know how you're going to improve. I want something really good that you're going to set for April. Diet. I want something that you're either going to start or you're going to stop. Something that's going to contribute to a very big goal or a very good outcome. And your strength. Okay? We will only feel better when we are stronger, physically stronger. When we're not fucking weak. Okay? And that strength comes from strength of body and then strength of mind. Trust me, when you've got a sense of direction from achieving, when you're setting goals, and like I said, not every month will you achieve all 4 out of 4. Sometimes it might be 2 out of 4. Sometimes it might be 3 out of 4. But trust me, that 2 or 3 is better than the none that most of us are currently achieving or not achieving. So, like I said, the reason why we set goals is to have purpose, direction, a plan, structure, and motivation. See, some of us keep pressing snooze in the morning because we have none of them. We have no purpose, no direction, no plan, no structure, no motivation, no goals. And that's why we can't get our arse to the gym. Because we're very aimless and we don't know what we're doing. And it all comes by sitting down, stopping what you're doing and setting some fucking clear, precise, achievable, relevant, time-framed goals. And you know what? A lot of the reason why people don't set goals is because they don't want to fail. They're scared of failure. They don't want another a failure on their belt. Well, the thing is that, like I said, people who set goals are 95% more likely to be successful. And by you avoiding things all the time, what is that saying about you? So we've got the 4 areas, okay? So now we need to look at how are we going to, when we're setting these goals, how are we going to make sure that the goals are correct? Because a lot of people don't know how to set goals. They don't know what goals are. Like I said, goals are leading you from A to B. Where you are, A, to B, a better place. So that just means some type of progress within 4 weeks. Okay? So we all would have heard this before, the SMART theory. When you're goal setting, SMART goals, okay? So, number 1, it's got to be specific. Okay, so when you're setting a goal, it has to be fucking very specific. So, I mean that if you wrote in your goal, you wrote, I want to lose weight. Okay, well, that's not enough. That's not very specific. But if you wrote, I want to lose 7 pounds in the month of April, that is very specific. Because then we can break it down, the 7 pounds, into weeks. So we've got the big goal, which is 7 pounds. Then we can divide it into 4, and we can break it down into weeks, so we know, are we on target week by week? Or it could be, right, specific, I can currently run 5k in 40 minutes, and now I want to run it in 30 minutes. Okay, so theoretically, across 4 weeks, I need to be 2.5 minutes quicker. So that's very specific. Okay, or it could be a dress size, but it needs to be specific. It needs to be down to the digit. So when you tell me, it makes sense. Okay, so also it needs to be measurable. So when you're setting a goal, it needs to be not only specific. So like I said, with the weigh-in and the running, it has to be measurable. Now, can we measure your weigh-in goal? Yeah, because we can pop you on the scales. So that's measurable. Can we measure a running improvement? Yes, because you can use an app, you can use a run, you can have a trainer with you, whatever it may be. It's very measurable. But if you set a goal that I just want to, for example, I just want to feel good, then that's not really measurable. Okay? It's got to be provable. Like if you went to court and you provided evidence, that's the same way with the goals. You've got to provide evidence to say, this is the specific goal I set, this is how I set it, and this is the outcome that I achieved. So you've got to have some type of evidence so it's provable to someone like me. Not just you saying, yeah, well, I think I did it. Yeah, I kind of did it. I feel a little bit better. That doesn't cut it. Okay, so remember, goals have got to be evidence-based. Okay, so the A is achievable. Okay, so before you go jumping into setting some big, massive, crazy goals, is it achievable? Okay, so what I want you to do is, without being a negatron, I want you to just look at your past. And if you're going to set a big, massive goal, have you got past history to say, yeah, I can possibly do what I said I'm going to do? Is there any evidence to say that you're capable of doing what you're going to do? Have you done it in the past? Is it achievable? Have you spoken to a trainer? Do they think that you're capable of doing that? Because what we don't want to be doing is we don't want to be setting a goal that's way bigger than what we're capable of doing. Because unfortunately, especially within 4 weeks of what we're setting goals, there are limitations. There are limitations, because if you said to me, right, I want to set a goal of losing 2 stone in 4 weeks, I'd think you're fucking crazy until you're not to even set it, because you're setting yourself up for a downfall. But if you said to me, I want to lose between 7 and 14 pounds, I think that was more doable, because I know what the body can and can't do, and I know what most people can put into their life and what they can't. So make sure whatever you're doing is achievable. And is it relevant? So R stands for relevant. So is the goal you're about to set, whether it's in your mindset, which remember we said was habits, your fitness, your diet, your strength, is it relevant to where you are wanting to go? Is it where you want to go? Is it leading? Is it a stepping stone? Are we going to use April to go into May, to go into something better, bigger, better, and heading up to the end of 2018? Is it relevant to where you are and where you want to go? Okay? And T, time frame. Well, we know it's time framed, because the good thing about setting a time frame is, like I said, it puts pressure on you. It puts pressure on you to get the work done in the time set. Or otherwise, it would just be another goal sheet that you wrote out with all the motivation and all the goodwill in the world, and you didn't fucking do it. Yeah? How many of us I've heard it over and over again where students get given essays and they've got 6 months to do it, and they end up doing it in the last week before it's meant to be handed in. And that's because the time frame's so big that there's no urgency and no pressure. So like I said, this commitment, and you now should be setting goals for 4 weeks. Okay? 4 weeks. The end of April, you want to have achieved something with your habits, new habits, or something you're going to stop. Something in your fitness that proves to me that you are in a better condition. Something with your diet that proves to you that you are progressing. And something for your strength. So it shows me that you are getting stronger as a person. So that means you got 4 week targets, okay? So we want to break these targets down to set mini targets. So you've got that 4 week goal, okay? So that's the big goal, 4 weeks. At the end of 4 weeks, I want to achieve that. But I spoke about it at the start. You need to break it down. You need to break it down into smaller, manageable chunks. So like I said, if I said I wanted to lose 8 pounds, okay, so I roughly know in 4 weeks that that's £2 a week. So by week 1, I need to have lost £2. By week 2, I need to have lost £4. By week 3, £6. Week 4, £8. But one of the things that happens here is when you set these little goals is that when people don't hit, say for example, you hit £1 and you're meant to have lost 2, some people get discouraged by this. They're off target already on week 1 and they quit. They stop instead of just course correcting. I'm thinking, right, what did I do? How could I be better? And how can I make next week better? So I lost £1 in week 1. That's £1 closer to where I want to be, by the way. It might not have been 2, but it was 1. So can I improve on that for next week and next week? And yeah, by the end of 4 weeks, your target might be £8. You might lose £10. Great. You might lose £8. Great. You might lose £6. Great. Because that's everything. That's more progress than where you were at. It might not be perfection, but it's progress. But if you get to week 1 and you're not on target to where you want to be at and you quit, that's the end of it. We're not going to produce any type of results if you just stop. And that's one of our problems, is that we're consistently quit when we don't see the results that we think we deserve or we think we should get. Instead of just thinking, right, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to course correct. Next week, I'm going to work harder. I'm not just going to keep quitting. I'm going to work harder. Because we all know hard work and being consistent is going to produce amazing results. So when you've got those 4 weeks, that 4 week goal in your habit, your fitness, your diet, your strength, I want you to then go to right week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and I want to know where you need to be at by each point to know that you're on target for that 4 weeks. It might sound very complex and it might sound a lot, but this is your guide pack for April. So all your goals should then tell you what type of training you need to be doing. Okay? And at the end of each week, you need to be getting feedback on these goals. You need to know, right, am I getting closer to it? You need to speak to someone. You can bring get a card or write them down on a piece of paper. Come in to see one of us, one of the trainers. And we'll be able to help you with this. But like I said, at the moment, so there's nearly 300 people in our group. We have 4 viewers online. 4. And I guarantee you, in the gym, we've probably only got about 4 people in total that have even set goals before or are continually setting goals. And we've got 96 people who want amazing results, but they're not prepared to do the fucking simplest bit of work. They'll go on a cross trainer for 2 hours and continuously produce fuck all results, but they won't sit down for 30 minutes and plan out, why are they on that cross trainer? What is the purpose of that cross trainer? Where's the outcome? What do I need to do? Where's this leading? So, like I said, I'll just quickly draw it out for you. Let me just clear this board. Okay. So let me just draw it out. So this is what your piece of paper should look like. Okay. So we've got the areas. Sorry about my drawing, guys. It's fucking shocking. Okay, so we've got our areas. So this is what your piece of paper should look like, areas. So we've got mindset, goal, habits. Okay, so mindset or habits. Okay, we've got diet, we've got strength, and we've got fitness. Okay, so we've got the actual, wait there. Sorry, one. Okay, so we've got week 4. So this is the end outcome. So this is what you actually want to achieve. Okay, so we need to fill that out in here. Okay, so we've got week 3, week 2, and week 1. Okay, but we start here. This column here. This is where we need to be. We need to know what's the outcome of April that we want to achieve. Okay, so say for example, I'm going to set a diet goal, and I want to lose 8 pounds. Okay, so week 4, I want to have lost 8 pounds. Week 1, I want to be at £2 loss. Week 2, I want to be at £4 loss. Week 3, I want to be at £6 loss. Week 4, I want to be at £8 loss, if you get what I mean. Okay? And again, with your strength, what is that outcome that you want? Let's break it down into smaller, manageable goals. Fitness, could it be that, like a fitness goal, a simple one could be, I want to attend the gym. I want to start attending the gym 5 times per week. So currently, I'm not doing... So I want to attend the gym 5 times per week. 5 times per week. Because also, coincidentally, if I go to 5 times a week, that's going to help my weight goal as well. Because remember, when we exercise, we burn loads of calories. And when we exercise, we generally eat better. So 5 times per week. So at the moment, I'm doing 1 time per week. Okay? So maybe week 1, I want to go to 2 times per week. So I don't jump straight into 5. I go 2 times because that's already more than I was doing. Week 2, I want to do 3 times per week. If I do any more, great. But these are my targets. And week 3, I want to do 4 times per week. So I'm increasing steadily. And week 4, I'm at 5 times per week. So it's progressive. So you're seeing. So at the end of week 1, if you've lost 2 pounds and you've gone to the gym twice, fucking great. You can see progress. Okay? So this is how I want you to do it. So what I want you to do, the outcome of this is that you need to have some plan, structure, guidance, and know what you're doing for April. Okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to write them down, and I want you to post them in our academy group. So it's more accountability. Yeah? So people know what you're doing. Because again, it'll apply more pressure for you to become more successful. So hopefully this has helped and it's given you a bit of guidance, but ultimately there's got to be an outcome that comes from it. And that outcome is 4 goals that need to be achieved by the end of April. And you've got to post them on. You've got to tell people about it. Tell the trainers, tell me, post it up. Be accountable to yourself. Like I said, if you want to be more successful, you've got to have goals. You've got to know what you're doing, direction, purpose, a strategy. And this is the way you do it. It's a perfect way, very simple, 4 weeks, no more than 4 weeks. So good luck. Let me know how you get on and post them up for us, guys.